welcome back to Alphablocked. I've been doing some more smithing. Making iron knives to level 60 smithing. We can make mithril battle axes and dragon square shields. But that's not really why we did any of this. I've decided that one of the goals I want to work towards is base 60s. That'll allow us to get a good feel of all the skills. Get a good taste of everything. So that is one of the things that I'm going to be working on here. And now we get to see if we profited making these iron knives. Let's try going for 29 each. That sold most of them. So those will probably finish selling. So I'm good with that. Make a little bit more money by being a little patient. Gonna be a solid amount of money there. If these all sell, that's basically 1,000,000 gold. And if we check our history here, we did not spend 1,000,000 gold buying these. So we made profit there. Sold the extra dragon bones and the adamant pickaxe we no longer need. But for the most part, doing pretty good. And this guy's here. He's being a little more clever. Not using all the same words that all the other spam bots use. So it's not getting filtered by my RuneLight filters. You can do that if you didn't know. Let's see if we can show that off while we're here. Because, whatever. Chat filter. I just added a whole bunch of these kind of things here. I think this works for the most part. It'll filter out any lines with these in it. There's more complicated things you can do with this, but this has improved my quality of life here at the Grand Exchange tremendously. So that's fantastic. While we wait for the knives to sell, we can start working on this round's unlocks. Starting today with an adamant full helm. Lots of stuff drops adamant full helms and the like. Well, maybe not adamant, more rune. Some things drop adamant full helms, so now we can pick those up. But that's not the main reason we're getting this. Mostly because there was space here in the A's section to accomplish what I needed to do with a full helm. That is all going to be coming into play a bit later. For the meantime, we're going to get a different kind of helmet. A bronze med helm. For a slightly higher price. I mean, it's not a lot, so I'm not too worried about spending a little bit more money on a bronze med helm. Just a little inconvenient. 120 coins. Not bad for bronze. This is going to go very nicely with our iron chain body. Make sure we get a placeholder here. There we go. With this outfit, you might have a pretty good idea what we're doing. it's going to require one more item. That item, of course, being cabbage. With this, we are good to go. Complete a quest. Specifically, Black Knight's Fortress. So let's go and do so. Being careful to use the cabbage on the hole. Amazing animation. This quest is very easy when you have a combat level of 95. The Black Knights really do not pose that same level of threat that they typically would. So we can just teleport over to Falador. That's why we brought the runes. We are good to go. I think it's been a little bit since we completed a quest, because that is quite the undertaking on this account. But we did it. And we receive 2,500 coins and 3 quest points. So that's nice. I've plotted out quite a few quests to finish. And a few of them that aren't going to get finished, unfortunately. That's just how it goes. We will do our best to accomplish what we can with the incredibly awkward situation we get ourselves into. Speaking of awkward situations, I'd love to be able to teleport to Artie right now. But I can't. And so, we get to run from Camelot to the next item we're collecting. Well, calling it an item's a little bit harsh, but another quest objective. But first, I need to repair these railings. I took these railings back to the bank a while ago. But now I brought them back and actually fixed things. So that's good. I'm sure Captain Logoff will be thrilled that the railings are finally fixed. In the meantime, we haven't heard from the dwarves up in the guard tower, so we should probably go check on them. I'm sure the massive amount of time I spent not fixing the railings, they've just been chilling here. I'm sure it's fine. It was not fine. Dwarf remains. I better take these remains. I'll take them all right. This is probably one of the most messed up things I've ever done. Just grabbing these dwarf remains and chucking them in the bank. There's some pretty weird things you can put in your bank, but some guy's dead body, that is pretty high up there on the messed up scale. But that is the next part in a Dwarf Cannon Quest. Starts with a D. So there you go. Moving on from that, I'm going to get myself an empty fishbowl. Not very expensive, these fish bowls. Probably people making a whole bunch of them with glass and then just throwing them on. Total of 4 coins for an empty fishbowl. Very cool. You can do a lot of things with a fishbowl. Put a fish in it. Put your head in it. Always a good time. Always a good time. For F, I'm going to get a fake beard, which is apparently more expensive on the Grand Exchange. 800 coins. How's this look? You can't equip that. Why? Why not? Use? Oh. In the equip items interface, you can click to equip anything. Equip stamina potion. Fascinating. You'd think you could wear the fake beard. But I guess the string isn't attached to anything. And you can't wear the headpiece either. Okay, you should probably be able to wear the headpiece by itself, but whatever, that's fine. Not worried about it. Fake beard. And now, I store everything. Take out a single knife. And book it. Back to the wilderness. Last round, we came here to the mage arena to get the Guthix cape. This time, we're getting the staff. For a solid 80,000 coins. Only gonna get the one of them. But that will allow us, of course, to go and cast Claws of Guthix in the arena. Which we should do. We're not going to bring our money with us, though, of course. That would be foolish. So, one Guthix cape. Let's get the Zamorak robes for a little bit of prayer. Not interested in risking too much here. So, Claws of Guthix. 2 bloods, 4 airs, and a fire. There we go. We're gonna need the knife to get in there. Per pot or 2. Emergency food. So let's go and get Claws of Guthix unlocked. And that will be 2 out of 3. Another uneventful trip out here to the arena. 100 Claws of Guthix cast. So now it is unlocked. So we can get back inside safely. Not like we're risking much, which is basically the entire point when you go to the wilderness. And we are out. Fantastic. Popping over to the bank chest. Store all this. There's our staff. While we were out there, casting away, all the money for the iron knives showed up. And it is 1 million coins worth of iron knives. So that's very cool. Yeah, we definitely made a decent profit there. Sweet. Might be able to just buy back the Darox right now. But we will get there when we get there. For now, we're going to get another unlock here. Out at the Mage Arena. Starting with the letter H. Sitting in my collection box, making it difficult to take things out. It's hair. Yay! We got hair. Cost us 10,000 coins, I believe. unnecessary in pretty much all regards. But that's okay. Looking at the items that I unlock each round, it's just strange. Just strange things. Anyways. Returning back to the Grand Exchange to get a few more items here. Interestingly, our next item is very on brand for what we were just doing. Also, it frightens me to have everything in my inventory when we do this, but I'll be careful because we're getting an Ice Plateau teleport tab. Do I need to teleport to Ice Plateau? Not really. But it starts with I, so here we are. Ta-da! Not much we would want to do up at Ice Plateau, but it's available now, so that's something. Next on the list, another jade item. This one potentially much more useful than some of the previous things we've been getting. It is the Jade Machete. We can chop down stuff, enter the jungle. If anyone's selling a Jade Machete, probably not a very popular item. 10,000 coins. Jade Machete costs the same amount as hair. Fun facts. It's a very poor weapon, but we didn't have a machete before, so now we can do machete things. Kinda. So we don't have any of the thatch spars unlocked, so can't really do that. Either way, that is pretty good. And now, the first of many. Keys. I busted out all my best gear for this epic fight to claim key. Key. Examine. A red key from Elsa's Maze used in Dragon Slayer 1 quest. Not red key. That'd be too easy. Just key. And we can leave with the key. Good. We could probably get spare keys going in there, but that's probably not necessary, really. The way that this is going to work is going to be a process. Because we have to go through Melzar's Maze every time to get to the next part, to get the next key. But we've got that one, though. So that's a good start. And continuing on the key theme, we saw this recently. We're going to get the loop half of key. Potential drop we could get unlocked. Now it's only useful to us as the halves, since we haven't unlocked crystal keys or anything like that. So for the time being, just something to have. And now we return to a different portion of Dragon Slayer. Here's something that's probably never happened before. we're going to use a charged Flame of Zamorak to kill Wormbrain. Was it excessive? Absolutely. We can grab this map part for Dragon Slayer. 1 of 3. Excessive use of force here in the Port Sarim jail. And my goodness, is all this gear heavy. We are running out of run energy just getting there. But now, we can move on to some interesting choices. We continue to get to the point where we have less useful things that we can unlock. So I'm kind of just going down the list of things that start with the letter which I'm capable of actually unlocking. And that is why we're making some interesting purchases. We're getting a Ninja Impling Jar. Again, we can't really open the jar because that would give us things. So, less useful. But I have to fill up all these things that start with N somehow. And potentially even less useful, we're going to get an Oak Blackjack Offensive. Actively trade applies 50,000 coins, you say? Well, that's not ideal. Ah, it was only 900. Yeah, I imagine this is not the most traded item. That's going to continue to be a thing here as we make quote-unquote progress. Can we even wield the Oak Blackjack Offensive? Yes, we can. Nice. I don't think we can use it for its intended purpose, but we have it now. So, good for us. Good for us. For P, I'm going to get a pie dish. I could make some pie in here if I had any of the ingredients for making pies. But it's not entirely useless, unlike some of these other things we're getting. This will come into play later. It's time to talk about Q. It's not happening. Never gonna happen. No items that start with Q. Ever. We got one. We can't get the rest. That's still the case. And will forever be that with... Yeah. It's not happening. So we move on to get red spider's eggs. They're very red, and they are eggs. Don't know what more to say. But that's good enough for a thing that starts with the letter R, so I will take it. And now, storing everything back in the bank, because we're going back to the wilderness to purchase the final staff here at the Mage Arena. We already have Zamorak and Guthix, so we finish it up with the Ceradoman staff. And now, obviously, we need to go unlock the spell. 100 casts. coming to some unfortunate wizards near you. And with that, Mage Arena 1 complete. All capes, all staffs, all spells unlocked. And that means we can move on to Mage Arena 2. A little bit more effort involved with that one, instead of just sitting there with Protect from Magic and winning. It's even got its own little mini quest section. Combat levels up to 348. Ooh. I'm sure with our 86 magic, use a bit of charge, we should be good. Hopefully. Otherwise, we might have to reconsider some things. But for the time being, that is everything we need to do out here in the wilderness. So we can move on. Captain Log Off. I have returned from right over there in the outpost. And let's just be perfectly honest here. This is punctual for me. We are continuing this quest in the same round as the previous step. So yeah. Dwarf remains handed in. It's a bad time for everyone involved. And now we need to go and find the dwarf child. An easy task, which doesn't require any additional items. So we will pop on over there and save a kid. We all need to appreciate this dwarf child model. It's just a smaller dwarf. Lolk. That's a lot of L's. But he's okay. So he's going to run on back. Or disappear in the middle of the floor. Both are options. You would think he would get captured again, trying to run out of here. But apparently he's more competent than that, so that is good. So now we can head back to Captain Log Off. It is strange times when I'm completing multiple steps of a quest in a row. But this is all for this next bit. The toolkit. Next I would inspect and repair the broken multi-cannon. But that is not my jam. So instead, I'm leaving. He should have gotten used to that by now. We've taken the toolkit, the one thing required to fix his cannon, and we are going away. NPCs really need to figure out that I'm not going to help them in a timely manner. But I'm the only one they've got, so not my problem. So instead, I'm going to get myself my next item. An unholy symbol. It'll match very well with my holy symbol. Now we have multiple options for +8 prayer. Of course, we also have the Zemrak Stole now, so that's +10. And at any rate, we'd probably want the Fury or the Occult anyways, so how much use we're going to get out of any of these very large prayer bonus next slot items. Undecided so far. But it is an option, I suppose. Next on the list, I was very hard pressed to find things that start with V. So instead of just grabbing random stuff, I decided to go the cosmetic route. This is going to pop up in many more letters as we run out of options here. But we're going to get ourselves some villager outfits. I'm going to go with the villager hat. In blue. There's, I think this is white? Which one of these are blue? These are blue. There's blue and yellow. Blue. Lighter blue. This matches with this. This might be white. Not sure. I want this hat though. Villager hat. Brightly colored. Blue-ish. Oh, we do be getting items that nobody sells. Come on, villager hat. Show me a villager hat. No. Do we have trading sticks? We do not. Okay. Well, a lot of the items here that start with V is depending on getting the villager items, so I will pay a premium to unlock a thing that starts with V, please. Thank you. 13,000 coins for a villager hat. Not too shabby. Fancy. It's very on top of the hair. It's a good look. And next, for W, we're going way back. And we're getting ourselves a wooden shield. Not useful stats-wise for us, of course. It is a wooden shield. And what benefits it does have, as having no negative offensive bonuses, is outclassed by the anti-dragon shield. But this is still a useful item for us. For reasons. Okay. Challenge mode, Chambers of Xeric. For anything that starts with X. Can we do it? We have access to all the god spells. But that doesn't really change much here. We have cabbages. That's good. But I don't think it's happening. So we are once again skipping X. And moving on to Y. Making another yellow thing. A yellow feather. Because starts with Y. I have no intention of catching in these yellow birds. But I need something that starts with Y, and there you go. And that moves us on to the last item for today. Another Zamorak item. And I've decided to go all the way with Zamorak items. I'm going to get the Zamorak plate skirt. Another on the cheaper side, which is nice for me. Because that means we will potentially lose less money anti-flipping it. But there you go. That is the entire round completed. Made some good progress for this round. Questing. Unlocking all of the god spells. More questing. Progress in Dragon Slayer. We got a new hat. We got a lot of hats, actually. As far as things we can wield, let's look at all those. Mostly hats. Hats and staffs. If this isn't the look of someone that knows what they're doing, I don't know what is. Amazing. Some of these are more useful than the others. That's okay. Bank value sitting at 24 million. So that's pretty good still. So I have a solid amount of cash and a variety of things that we could sell off if we were so inclined. We're going to eventually need a little bit more money here. I could just do some more barrows. And speaking of barrows, could we get back full Darox here? Probably not quite. So we will leave that for next time. Goodbye.